Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Town of Scituate, August 2nd, 2021 Town Update. I'm Karen Canfield. I'm from the Select Board, and I'm here, as usual, with our Town Administrator, Mr. Jim Bedreau. We will give you a quick update. Just a couple announcements first. The Select Board will not be meeting this week, but we are meeting on our regular night on August 10th, and we will also be having our annual retreat, which is an opportunity for us to sit down and just sketch out our priorities for the coming year. And that will be held on August 14th. But much more exciting is this weekend is the 53rd annual Heritage Days in Scituate. It's sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, and they have worked like crazy to make sure that we have a fun-filled weekend. It kicks off with the townwide luminaria on Friday night and the lighted boat parade at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. On Saturday at 10 a.m. there's the boat race, the crazy boat race. And on Sunday there's Lawson Tower Bell concert at 4 p.m. Throughout the day on Saturday and Sunday, beginning at 10:30 on Saturday and 11 a.m. on Sunday, there's music and beer garden and kids rides and activities for the whole family on Cole Parkway. So come and you can get all the details on the Heritage Days Facebook page or the Chamber of Commerce website. So that's something really to look forward to this weekend. And as always, on Wednesday evening is the bandstand concert series. So bring a lawn chair down and listen to some great local music on Wednesday night to warm up for Heritage Days. So that's what I have. Now I'll turn it over to our Town Administrator, Jim Bedreau, for nitty-gritty town stuff.
Good morning. Hard to believe it's August already, so hopefully we'll have some nice weather for the month of August. Seems like July we had a lot of rainy weekends, so let's hope that August gives us a little better weather before the kids go back to school, but it is August. So where are we for our water construction? The main construction on Utility Road for the new water main is complete. It has been tested and chlorinated and is passed, so the contractor is up in the Utility Road area installing the services to each individual house. That'll take a while. They'll be up there for a while. And again, once that's done, the plan is that we would base coat that and then leave it for the winter time, come back in the spring and do a top coat. Meanwhile, we are working on Old Oaken Bucket, replacing that main. The main has been replaced from Maple Street to Tack Factory. That has been tested, passed, and chlorinated. We are now continuing down. We're actually going to start at the Rotary now and start coming back the other way. So we'll see people down there. That work will take quite a while. Old Oaken Bucket is closed to through traffic while the main is being done. It is open to local traffic, so please use caution when going through there. Our total demand for water for the past week was 1.460 million gallons per day. That's up from the 1.3 or so from the previous week. Still down below what our normal usage is. We want to thank people for that. However, now again that the weather's warming up, demand is up slightly. We are seeing increased levels of manganese in the pond. That means there's increased levels of manganese in the finished water, which can lead to some discoloration. That will continue unless demand goes down even further or we get some cooler weather to tamp down that manganese. The reservoirs at plus 1.25. That's down from 0.25 the previous week. We had 0.41 inches of rain over the past week. Reminder, restrictions are in effect. The regular restrictions are in effect. Please go to situatema.gov. Go to the water department page and you can see what those restrictions are. You will now see a series of trailers down at the Old Oaken Bucket water treatment plant. These are trailers that we will use to pilot, study various water treatments for our new water treatment plant. They'll be there for a couple of weeks and then they'll be back in the winter time because we'll pilot both hot water and cold water. From that, we'll make a determination as to what is the best treatment method for our particular water before we build our new water treatment plant. So that'll be interesting to see what the results of that are, but that's the activity you're seeing down at the water treatment plant over the next several weeks. COVID, really no good news on the COVID front. We had 9 cases last week. They all came in on Thursday and Friday. That was up significantly from the single case we had the week before. Obviously, the Delta variant is here. We are still in the gray in Scituate with 0.31 for the previous time cycle. However, the state usually does their positivity ratings from Thursday to Thursday, so we will not see that spike until our numbers from next week. But that is up significantly. Of the 9 new cases, speaking to the health director, of the 9 new cases, 7 of those people we are confirmed have been vaccinated. None of those people ended up in the hospital or having severe symptoms. So the vaccine does work. It will either prevent you from getting COVID, or if you get it, it will make sure that you are not hospitalized or you are not on a ventilator, or God forbid, it is not a fatality. Right now, according to the CDC, 97% of the recent hospitalizations are unvaccinated people, and 99% of the recent deaths are unvaccinated people. The Delta variant, according to Mr. Shealy, is more contagious than chickenpox. So if you have not been vaccinated, you need to do so, because this variant is out there. It is very contagious, and it is finding people both vaccinated and unvaccinated. So get vaccinated. It will help you not get the COVID disease, or if you do get it, it will make sure that your symptoms are very mild compared to what they otherwise could be. So please consult with your physician, get a vaccine. They're available all over the place, and let's try to drive these numbers back down again. Massachusetts, in light of the spike from the Delta variant, has issued new mask guidance in accordance with new CDC guidelines. Vaccinated people who live with a person at high risk for COVID-19, who have a weakened immune system themselves, or increased risk for severe COVID because of their own personal health issues or their age, are advised to wear masks when they are indoors outside of their home. So if you are going shopping, things like that, and you have a person at home, or you have yourself a weakened immune system, you are recommended that you should be wearing a mask. Also, vaccinated individuals who are in areas of high or substantial COVID-19 transmissions are also recommended to wear a mask when they're outside the home indoors. Currently, Barnstable, Bristol, Dukes, Nantucket, and Suffolk counties are substantial or high risk of COVID transmission. So if you are down the Cape, it is recommended that you wear a mask when you're indoors. We want to remind people, a week ago, the Scituate Police, Fire, Harbor Master, and Coast Guard spent an enormous amount of time looking for a lost paddleboarder in the harbor. It turned out to very well that paddleboard just gotten away, but we are urging everyone for your paddleboards, your canoes, your personal watercraft, that you have them marked. There are stickers available at the Coast Guard and Harbor Master Station. I'll write your name and phone number with a Sharpie or something that won't come off. So if your paddleboard does get away, if it blows off your beach, we are not using those resources to look for someone who's not missing, which could be taking away from response from someone who is actually in dire need. Following up on that, we will be having them into the selectmen's meeting, but I want to congratulate our Marine unit for the save that they had last week for the missing paddleboarders in really very difficult conditions. They went out to a report of a boat that was without power and a missing diver, zero visibility, winds, waves. They were able to get out there. Luckily, the boat was okay and the diver had been found. While they were out there, they received a distress call for 2 paddleboarders that were out. One they were able to find because of our enhanced 911 system, which we have at our dispatch, which allowed them to ping the person's cell phone and actually get their location on the water that they could then give to the Marine unit. The second person, they were able to find clinging to a lobster buoy. If they had not been out for that first distress call, I don't know if they would have been out there in time for the second distress call. The conditions were so bad. So they'll be coming into the selectmen's meeting, but it was a fantastic save by them. The harbor master, the dispatchers, everybody did a great job. We're glad that worked out okay, that everybody came out okay. One of the women was in the hospital shortly, but she is fine. A reminder, when you go out on your boat, on your paddleboard, and your canoe, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the weather, and please wear your life jackets. They make a world of difference. So congratulations again to them. The Countryway Sidewalk, that project is really getting towards the end. The binder coat is down. The top coat has been placed in those areas where there are no need for poles or a hydrant to be moved. The rest of it will wait until we can get National Grid out to move those hydrants. We have no ETA on that. As soon as those are moved, we'll finish that sidewalk. Next up, as we've said, is the country Stockbridge Road sidewalk. We have some preliminary plans for that, but we'll be looking for funding to finish that design and then going to the state, hopefully to get some more grant money to actually construct that sidewalk. Steam and rink renovations are ongoing. The demolition is complete. The grinding of the existing pavement has been done. Contractor will now work on getting a base down, and then they'll work on paving that. That is scheduled to be done in mid-September. The vast majority of the work will be completed before the kids are back in school. However, once the pavement is down, it has to sit for 2 or 3 weeks so that all the oils can get out of the pavement before they can put the top coat on. So that'll be great. It's a CPC project. We're looking forward to that and getting that done. Green sand filter on Tack Factory Well 17A. Won't spend a lot of time on that. We've been talking about it. The big thing is we have now got the power, three-phase power into the site. They're bringing that to the building. That's the last really big hurdle to get that up and running. And then we'll start testing and getting it ready. It is scheduled for October, November. We're hoping to have that back online. Prior to that, 250,000 gallons a day of water without iron and manganese in it. That is a very high iron and manganese well. And what's happening when we talk about the manganese in the reservoir, that is because well 17A for years was just piped down to the reservoir to dilute the manganese, but it doesn't take the manganese out of the water. So now we will be treating that, taking it out of the water, and we'll be putting that back into the system. Renovations to Wooded Walk are ongoing. You can get on there now, as I've said, and see what the size of the clubhouse will look like. It's getting completely renovated, new kitchen, new bathrooms, new pro shop, and probably most importantly, new handicap accessibility. We are still on time and on budget for that. It is due to be completed October, November this year, which time we'll be bidding out a new provider for the food services in there. So we're pretty excited to get that done. At the same time, as we're doing that, well 18B, which is next door, has a green sand filter in that already. When they clean the filters, they backwash all the iron and manganese out of the filters. We're going to pump that backwash over the golf course, let the iron and manganese settle out, and then be able to use that water for irrigation on the golf course. So that's another exciting project. It'll be up to 10,000 plus gallons a day for irrigation for the golf course. So in times of drought, that will really help us on the golf course. That's really what I have today. You will see some paving starting this week in the area of Clap Road, but we'll have a complete paving list out, hopefully post on the website by the middle of this week. So that's what we have for right now.
As everyone can hear, there's a lot still going on in the summer. Our team does not take a vacation, and thank you for all that hard work. One last thing is to remind folks that when you are in the harbor this weekend, Front Street will not be closed this year, but there'll be limited parking in Cole Parkway. So be very mindful because there'll be a lot of folks down there. And with that, we'd like to wish you all a great week. Enjoy the sunshine. Remember the water restrictions, and if you need to, please wear your mask. Thanks so much.